Moving on to the dance Grand Prix assignment, ice dance. As always, dance will be politically dramatic, the most politically dramatic of all the discipline. And I feel like this season, the tea will be hot. And as long as nobody's kneecap gets banged in, I will enjoy every moment of it. And we're even starting off the competition with the scalding tea. Yes, because at Grand Prix de France for the ice dance, we will be seeing the brand new pairing of Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Guillaume Cizeron. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'm actually surprised to see them compete so early in the season. But I guess it's an opportunity for them to get feedback from the judges, fix whatever issues need to be fixed. I don't honestly know what to expect from this team. However, we can see politically, IM and the French Federation are behind this team, which leads me to believe that the judges will also fall in line and get behind this team. For me, program and packaging will be the defining factor as to where this team ends up in the ranking. I only saw a small clip of them performing. I don't know if it was an exhibition, what it was. It wasn't, the video wasn't great. I'll start off with that. But I didn't really feel anything great about them as a pairing either. Like, I didn't see the speed, the extension, but again, this was their first video of them on ice that I've seen. So I'm gonna leave it until my eyes actually see a full program for me to make decision. We're also gonna have Charlene Gennard and Marco Fabri competing here, which for most groups would be a good thing. However, with this team, I'm not too sure because with Charlene and Marco and their team, even when the world screams at them about their horrible programs and packaging, they still refuse to change it. So for them competing early and getting feedback may not resolve anything. I hope they take the opportunity, if they get negative feedback, to rework their program and not decide to stick with it until the very end and then just change the costume. More importantly, I wish they would outsource their program and packaging this season. You know I love me Barbara Fizzapoli. She's a diva after my own heart. However, her aesthetic taste, questionable at best. We've seen her compete. Her aesthetic taste was questionable at best then, and it's questionable at best now. I think they should outsource the program and they should outsource the packaging. The team is so technically proficient, however, their program and overall presentation leaves so much to be desired. This is gonna be a home Olympic. This is the chance. This is the opportunity. Please get it together. We're also gonna see Lila Lewis. I mean, why am I merging them together all the time? Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson. Another pair that concerns me in terms of their materials. Technically, this team has several weaknesses. We all know it. Where they shine is in the performance in ice presence. This team also has strong political push behind them and they're on the rise. However, last year their materials left me bored, and that's me putting it politely. Some of their lifts in that free program was downright ugly. I really like this team. I like their synergy. I love the fact that they're so connected with the audience. And if you give them the right material, they become podium contender. But goodness gracious, it has to be the right material. Please, the right material for this season. And then one of my favorite pairs is Marie-Jeanne Laurent and Romain Laga. I was hoping that they would become the third Canadian team for the Olympic season. However, last season was a struggle. And the judges were especially harsh to this team. I personally love how unique this pair is, and I'm really looking forward to see what they have for us this season. But I will be honest, The judges in ice dance do not necessarily reward creativity and uniqueness. There's very set boxes in ice dance, and I feel like the judges in ISU likes the skaters to stay within those preset boxes. So I don't know how my poor team will fare. We also have Diana Davis and Gleb Smokin at this event. Last year at Worlds, we saw that the teamtutberidze bonus was at play, and Diana and Gleb were placed above several skaters with much better skating skills than them. I imagine we will continue to see this trend this season, and we'll probably see it even worse. Personally, for me, Diana and Gleb had two of the worst programs last season. Gitchy Gitchy Ya Ya Da Da and whatever the other program was did nothing for me. I hope that I am earn their Iteri Putin sponsored money this season and give this team some good programs. Because if they're going to get the Iteri white envelope dinner bonus, at least make the programs bearable. If I have to sit there and watch the judges shove Diana's flat foot edge down my throat, at least it should be to some decent programs. Regardless of their material, I expect to see this team continue their rise due to the powerful backing of both IAM and Iteri. Cup of China could be the most interesting podium for me. To date, Madison Chalk and Evan Bate is the heir apparent for the gold medal. Let's just put it out there. Even with a fall, this team could still win or end up on the podium. Having said that, I am looking forward to seeing what kind of program we get from this team. I have been seeing a lot of Instagram, little clipping. I think they're doing a tango for. Is it a tango? I know it's a Spanish theme program, but is it a tango? I know they're definitely doing a Spanish theme program for like for their free dance. I've seen clips of them practicing on and off ice on Instagram. I don't know what they're doing for their rhythm dance yet. The rhythm dance. Oh, don't think about it yet. Don't think about it yet. Don't think about it yet. I love the way that Madison, and to a lesser extent Evan, moves on the ice. Their lifts are effortless and their programs are always interesting. For me, they are one of the best packaged team on ice. So that rhythm dance, if the free dance from the clips I've seen really come into fruition, if it really works out for them, for me, it's going to be the free dance and them not falling. So let's assume that Madison and Evan, if they have a less than 7 cuts of music rhythm dance, let's say they pick 2 or 3 songs for their rhythm dance, then this free dance comes together and they don't fall, I would say, let's say that the gold medal is theirs for the Olympic, as well as this event here. So for me though, the rest of the podium would be wide open. Competing here, we also have Olivia Smart and Tim Deek. They are coming off a great season where they had my favorite free program. Now, this could be a double-edged sword. The expectation for this team is at an all-time high. Can they come up with a program that matches or surpasses the Dune program from last season? Or are they going to just keep the Dune program, which is an option? Like, are they just going to keep that Dune program for their Olympic season? This is not an easy task for any team. We're going to have to wait and see. But I personally really, really love, Olivia and Tim as a new pair. I feel like they have a lot of potential. But I'm not sure how they're going to overcome that Dune program hurdle. Either they're going to keep it or can they come up with something that's even better. We're going to have to wait and see this. Another team who was a standout last season was Evgenia. Leporova and Jeffrey Broussard. This team was unique and refreshing. They were on a high at the start of the season. However, the announcement of Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Guillaume Cizeron's pairing really sort of like, in my opinion, derailed them. It seems like France, the French Skating Federation, decided to like pull their backing from them and put it behind the new pairing of Laurence and Guillaume. And I sense the judges just are like, okay, you're going to get a little bit of the cold shoulder from us. I hope they have great materials this season. I've already seen the start position for one of their program. It looks deadly. I love it. And I feel like if their programs are great, it would be nice if the judges would be fair and their scores would be in alignment with their performance. We also have the U.S. ice dance battle for the third Olympic spots starting here. We have probably two of the four front runners for this potential spot, Caroline Green, Michael Parson, and they're going to be going against Amelia Zingos and Vadim Kolesnik. Please don't ask me to pick between these two teams. I love them both. For me, it will depend on the programs. It really will depend on the program. I don't have much faith in Igor Spilbon's taste, and Igor is the one who's Amelia and Vladim's coach. But I feel like if he outsources it, we should be good. We should be good. So all I'm hoping for is for good program, good choreographer, to be in charge of the packaging, and for these two teams to go at each other, and whoever the best is. At this event, we also have Hannah Len and Kwan, another team that always comes up with programs that I love. I personally was all about Cruella de Vil last season. I know there were people who didn't like it. I loved it. Especially Hannah was giving us Cruella like Cruella wished she could. Okay, I was here for it. I hope this season we see a continuation of this trend. Hannah and Yi are one of the many teams that the judges underscored last season, in my opinion. The South Korean Figure Skating Federation lacks the ability to push or protect their team. They do overwork them though. So while I hope to see this team move up, I know the political situation of ice dance, so we probably won't see any of that. And then Skate Canada will be a competition that I can't call. Let's say Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier are the favorites. As a longtime fan of this team, I really want to see them get their flowers. However, they have a fight on their hands, and they need to come out swinging. They will want to win gold here, and to do so with the best season score that they can get. I hope the packaging, the program is Olympic standard. Listen, boutique of figure skating, get your boutique on and get it together. I mean, for me, their programs are always a little short of 100%. Like, I want to be like, oh, this is it. But it's always like, oh, this is good. Just not quite there. So come on, Piper and Paul. Come on, you guys can do this. Normally, I would put Marjorie Lejoie and Zachary Laga in a close second. However, last season, we saw the judges cooling down on their scores. Also, due to injuries, this team had less opportunities to compete, meaning they made less of an impression on the judges. I hope my Lala couple is healthy this season and we get to see them on the senior B and challenger circuit. They need to be firm and to get a good strong footing going into this season for the Olympic. With some competition under their hat, I feel like Lala will have a stronger foundation before they even go into like Skate Canada. For all of these teams, programs, packaging, and political pull by their federations will probably serve as a determining factor. Instead of a clear silver and bronze medal win at this event, I see several pairs fighting it out for the podium. Another pair that I'm throwing into the fight would definitely be Julia Turkila and Mateus Velus. Oh, this team was so well packaged last season with one of my favorite free dances. The season unfortunately ended on a low with an error in the rhythm dance. However, that event is not an indicator of this team talent. I am looking forward to seeing what they bring out this season, what kind of program they have, because for me, they're definitely podium contenders. We also have Christina Carrera and Anthony Podomarenko at this event. Last season was their breakthrough season, and they should capitalize this season. This team was also preordained as the second team of the US. However, the narrative has changed now with the Shib siblings returning to the fray. However, with Iam and Scott Moyer behind this team, they will not go down without a fight. If their materials are good, they will also possibly be on the podium. Um, for me, NHK is going to bring the tea. This is another head to head between Charlene, Marco, and Lila and Lewis. This is where we get to see which of these two teams can solidify their placement, because both teams have strength and they both have their weaknesses. And we're going to see where the political push is, where the judges are leaning, which federation really can get the job done. We are going to see that here. However, more than the fight between these two teams, what everyone will be talking about is the return of Maya Shibatani and Alex Shibatani under the coach of none other than Marina Zueva. 7 years after their retirement, the Sibs have looked at their competitors and decided, we got this. I don't know what they're doing, but we got this. They saw the level on the ice and they were like, where's my skates? I'm making a comeback. This is either a next level of confidence or delusion. Either way, we will find out which one at this event or at the senior Bs that they're bound to have to participate in. Either way, I will have a lot to say after we see this event. This event has many pairs that I love. We have Natalie Teleshlova and Philippe Teschler, who, in my opinion, have some of the best edge work of any of the competing pairs. The speed, the power, the control of their bodies, for me, is what I love about skating. Like, oh my God, edge that could cut through butter. Just mwah, mwah, mwah. Beautiful edge work. The question mark on this pair will be their program. With the right program, this pair should easily podium. However, the judges have never been kind to this pair, nor do I see them growing warmer to this pair. And this pair has been consistently underscored. I pray this does not continue, but we're going to have to wait and see. We also have the fun and always entertaining Yuka Orihara and Huno Pereira. They will also be at this competition. I love this couple. I always find them to be so fun, and they are also on an upward trajectory in terms of their scores and their career. I hope that this continues and we see this for the Olympic season. We will also have a second look at Caroline Green and Michael Parson at this event, as well as the senior debut of Katerina Wolfskin and Dmitry Sarovsky. Both of these teams, for me, have so much potential. I would say that Katerina and Dmitry left a favorable impression on me last season when they were in junior. I just felt like this pair matches so well. I don't really see them on as a factor in terms of the Olympic team, but I do see them as building a strong foundation for the next Olympic cycle. So for me, this is also a very important event for them. Then we moved on to Skate Canada, which in my opinion is a gift to Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. But it will be a tight fight for the other spots on the podium. For this podium, we will see, for this competition, Impossible Podium, we will see Christina Carrera and Anthony Podomarenko versus Majalila Joie and Zachary Laga versus Evgenia Laraprova and Jeffrey Bessard. Any of these teams could get on the podium. It's going to be a doggy dog ice world with all of these teams fighting for their placement. And more importantly, what I do like about this level, this second grouping of these teams, is that they're also going to be setting themselves up to see who's going to be the leader in the 2023 Olympic cycle. Because, you know, you got to prepare yourself for the next Olympic cycle. We also have several new teams, either in their second senior season, like Phoebe Becker and James Hernandez, or junior teams who are moving on to the senior field, like Selena Fragi and Jean Hans Fournier. We also have Nomi Maria Talley and Noah Lafanora. Nomi and Noah, the no couple. They had a brilliant junior season and showed growth and consistency and basically won everything. They won everything last season as juniors. I guess they were like, we've done it all. That's it. We're moving on to seniors. How will all of these young pairs translate into seniors? We have to wait and see. I felt like Selena and Jean Hans, they had somewhat of an up-down last junior season, so I thought they would go back and try to like do one more junior season, but no, they're competing as seniors, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. The last event of the Grand Prix before the final is going to be Finlandia Trophy, which is a bloodbath. It is a straight up bloodbath. Who thought this was a good idea to have all of these teams meet at this event? We have Piper and Paul probably asking, what the hell? Because they have to deal with not only the return of Maya and Alex, but they also have to deal with the new pairing of Lawrence and Guillaume. As if that was not enough madness, we also add Julia and Matthias. Then we also have Olivia and Tim. And then for good measure, we have Natalie and Philippe. There, there are teams that I will be lighting several candles here competing. That's how stressful this event will be for me. There will be several candle lighting. While I was trying to get my head around this, we also have the second generation of fire powers also competing here. We have, you know, Yuka and Juno. We have Ona Brown and Cage Brown. We're also going to see Amelia Zingras and Vladimir Kolesnik. Why would they come to this competition? All coming into the fray. And then adding gasoline to the fire, we also have Diana and Gleb bringing with them the E30 bonus. Oh my God. The last event for dance is just headache inducing for me. I have no comments. I need to see these teams compete at the senior B so that I can have a better understanding of where they are, so that when the judges send their scores, I can either be like, this is straight up bullshit, or I can be like, I understand it. But all in all, this is my take on the Grand Prix assignment for the pairs, but you guys let me know in the comments.